What's going on, beautiful people? It's Dcryptofan, man. Sorry, I'm super late, huh? Guess better late than never, huh? Yeah, sorry about that, man. I'm super late. I think this is the latest I've gone on so far, 9 o'clock, huh? We're a little late. Sorry about that. I had to go get it. Had to go get checked out. Had to go get some blood taken, and I came home and fell asleep, man. Ah, but we got some crypto news tonight, and we also got to talk about Tether. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure that I'm out here. Last thing I want to do is tell y'all we're gonna do something, don't do it. So you know what I'm saying? I got a phone call like get on there. I got a phone call like get on there, man. So yeah, man. So we in the building, man. We're a little bit late, yeah, but we definitely in the building, man. So today we got some breaking news. XRP, Ripple seems like the OCC is giving a conditional approval for the bank. You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this up. Ripple, you guys who don't know who Ripple is, Ripple owns the majority of XRP. And the OCC has just approved them, well, semi-approved them, conditionally approved them to become National Trust Bank. That's right. That's right. Believe it or not, Ripple is trying to become a bank. 100%. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So they just got approved by the OCC. I want to get into this. Wait a second. Yes, you guys. Today, Brad Garlinghouse went on his page and he came out and just challenged the banking system. There's huge Ripple news now. Check this out. Brad Garlinghouse just announced Ripple has received conditional approval from the U.S. of Comptroller of Currency, the OCC, the Charter Ripple National Trust Bank. You heard it. Ripple National Trust Bank. Yes, sir. You can't believe you can't make this stuff up. Now, understand this is not a license. This is not a workaround. This is a federally oversight. So I'm saying? So understand this. This is going legit. This is the feds. All right? That's what you're talking about. That's OC regulated national banks in the United States. You heard it. You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. If you just tuned in to the Crypto Fan, starting off a little bit late tonight. Usually I start about 7:30, but you know, I had to go get checked out, man. My fingers been tingling, and you know what I'm saying? To make sure there ain't no pre-diabetes, you heard me? So I had to go get that checked out. You know what I'm saying? So then I came home, left work early, then fell asleep, man. But anyway, let's get into this, man. Brad made it very clear. All right, Brad Garlinghouse. You guys don't know Brad Garlinghouse. He runs Ripple. Ripple owns the majority of XRP. Why is it important? Because XRP is showing the rest of the coins how to get regulated and the steps to take to get regulated. So let's get into this, right? That's the highest compliance standard possible for a stable coin. Okay. So this is what RLSUSD. And after this, we're also going to be talking about Tether. Remember, I told you guys we're going to talk about Tether. So I definitely going to get into Tether. Wait 1 second here. Wait 1 second, y'all. I want to make sure that, wait 1 second here. I want to make sure that we got our people in the building here. Yeah. So yeah, just wanted to make sure that we get into this. So this is huge. This is how XRP becomes a bank. All right, let's get into this. All right, I want to get into this Brad Garlinghouse because he put that on his page today. Actually, Brad Garlinghouse posted that on Twitter. So let's go in this. Brad made it very clear. It's a massive step forward for RLUSD. What is RLUSD? It's a stable coin. All right. So that's what that's RLUSD is, okay? And Brad said something very important, all right, in that post on Twitter, all right? Today's banking lobbyists, your anti-competitive tactics are transparent. For years, he said, crypto has been playing the same rules, all right? Will now run Ripple is saying, here we are directly under the OCC supervisor standards and oversight. So basically what they're saying is Brad basically saying, listen, we're fully compliant. We're wide open. We're full transparency. You see what we got going on. All right, we follow every regulations. We're trying to go legit. I'm gonna tell you something. Since the beginning, Brad Garlinghouse and XRP over there, they've been trying to be very, very transparent and be regulated. It's just the SEC. Gensler was on his ass. Gensler was not letting it happen. That's what was happening. They were holding it up. And now them boys decided, guess what? We're gonna open the floodgates for y'all. It's crazy how they were fighting Ripple, and now all of a sudden everything's falling like dominoes. All right, so understand this. With them get OOC, of course, OCC, that's making them compliance, and of course that's more trust for more innovation, and then also it does get benefit the consumers, benefits us, the more compliant they are. So that's some. And right now, crypto, this is this ecosystem that we're in with crypto could definitely use some compliance. That I will now hold you. We could definitely need some compliance. All right. So they didn't even need to say listen, they didn't even say XRP, because when you're controlled regulated infrastructure, utility becomes invitable. You see, this is how crypto integrates from financial system, not by fighting banks, but becoming a bank grade infrastructure. So basically saying, like, you can't beat them, join them. Brad said, we don't need your bank, we'll make our own bank. Literally. Club and Crest says, Ripple literally leaders of the new school. Yes, sir, 100%. And also, if you people who just joined in, Ripple's been in this game since 2013. This is not overnight success. They've been going at this for a long time. So don't think that this is overnight success. It's not. That team has been at it. They've been coding. They've been building an infrastructure. And Ripple is global. You know what I mean? Global. But they just started coming in the Jay, what's going on? What's going on? Good evening. Good evening. What's going on, brother? What's going on with you? We're starting off a little late tonight, you know what I'm saying? Sorry about that. You know what I mean? But we in the building. So we're going over what Brad and the OCC becoming a bank. Nations Trust Bank? It's crazy. It's crazy. So he was Brad, right? So Brad Garlinghouse ends up asking, what are you afraid of? This question to crypto it's an old system. This is crazy, man. So I want to get into it. So Brad Garlinghouse on his page, right? He says today, if you go on Brad Garlinghouse Twitter, and you guys don't know, Brad Garlinghouse, he runs Ripple. All right. So Brad Garlinghouse, huge news. Ripple just received conditional approval, the USOCC, all right, to charter Ripple National Trust Bank. This is a massive step forward. The first for RLUSD, setting the highest standard for stablecoin compliance with both federal OCC state and NYDC oversight. Okay. Now listen to this. The two of the banking lobbyists, your anti-competitive tactics are transparent. You've complied that crypto isn't playing by the same rules, but here is the crypto industry directly under the OCC supervision and standard, prioritizing compliance, trust, and innovation to the benefit of the consumers. What are you afraid of? Brad is going hard. Brad Garlinghouse is going hard. You heard me? Brad is not playing. And tonight, if you just tuned in, remember, so far, remember, we're going over the top 10 coins. Then we're going to go from the top 10 to the top 20. So yesterday, we went over Ethereum. The day before, we went over Bitcoin. So we already done the number one coin. We done the number two coin. So at the end of this video, I'm going to explain to you what Tether, what USDT is. The third largest market cap out there. So stay tuned in. We're going to talk about this at the end of the episode. And I know I started late, so I'm not going to keep you guys long. But I just wanted to make sure that I get on here. I was getting cursed out, like, get on there. And this is very big news about Ripple becoming a bank. That's huge news. So stay tuned in. We're going to talk about Tether. Remember, we talked about what Bitcoin was. We talked about also what Ethereum was yesterday. That was a great story about Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin. And then tonight we're going to talk about Tether. All right, so let's get into this. So if you just tuned in, it's Dcryptofan. Make sure you share, make sure you hit a like. So right now we're talking about Ripple and them getting a conditional approval for the US OCC. Okay, this is getting them. That's one more step they come them closer to becoming a bank. That's right, a bank, a crypto bank. Huh? Yeah, a crypto bank. That's right, under the U.S. federal government. You heard me? Yeah, yeah. Y'all think it's a Ponzi scheme now? That don't sound like a Ponzi scheme to me. I don't know, y'all. That don't sound like a Ponzi scheme to me. But let me get into this. All right. So Brad Garlinghouse just received conditional approval from the U.S. Office of Comptroller of Currency. Okay, the Charter National Trust Bank called the Ripple National Trust Bank. Julia, what's going on? Simon Rake, man, I had to go to went to the doctor today just to go get a checkout because I was feeling some numbness in my hand lately. So went to go get checked out just to check out. She said my sugar level's cool, so I'm just waiting to see my ego loading. But I think I was biting my nails. I've been stressed out lately. I had a lot of death in the family lately, so I've been a little stressed out. But and also tonight we're gonna be talking about Tether. Ready got that information ready for y'all, but I wanted to get into this. Brad Garlinghouse wrote Ripple has just received conditional approval from U.S. Office of Comptroller of Currency, OCC, the Charter National Trust Bank called Ripple National Trust Bank. That's wow. That's wow, man. Is that crazy? Ripple National Trust Bank. Crazy. Yeah, and the reason why I'm laughing is because they were just getting sued. They were just getting sued. They were trying to shut them down. It's crazy. SEC, Brad Garlinghouse, right? And you see Ripple, right? They were just getting sued. They were literally trying to shut them down. And now they're getting a bank. Only in America. Only in America. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Let me tell you, it was written. Me and my homeboys, let me tell you, me and my homeboys, we got a chat and it's crazy. Lucky, let me tell you right now, it's crazy. But anyway, let's get to key points in this. And also there is, let me get to the article too, because I definitely want you guys to be able to look this up. And right now, if you're into looking at the market, we have 3.12 total amount of money that's in crypto. Yeah, we've been going sideways. And let me tell you something. Going sideways that's accumulation. There's not nothing wrong with that. Do not sleep on that. Wait 1 second here. Me and my homeboys were actually talking about some of them feel that the cycle's over, that Bitcoin dominance will not come down as high. I don't feel that Bitcoin dominance will come back as low as it did before. To tell you the truth, I don't think that. But who am I? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to fall down to 33%. It's too many. The reason why I say I don't think it's going to fall back down to 33%, the only reason why I say that is because I feel like there's too many institutions in there. You know what I mean? I think it called to fall down to 45, 50% dominance, and that's enough. That's enough to make these altcoins move, baby, especially the ones that we talk about. The ones that we talk about on this chat, oh yeah, that will definitely get those going. Oh yeah, 100%. Club Crest says in 5 years, I believe we all are going to be really happy. Club Crest, I 100% agree with you. I'm hoping before that time though, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I would love it to hit faster than 5 years. But yeah, 100%. H bar 12 cents. Oh my Lord. That is definitely, Julia says that H bar 12 cents. Yeah, that's a definitely sell. Oh yeah, that's a huge sell. Do not sleep on my H bar. I can't wait till when we get to H bar. We're going, so you guys understand, we're going in we're doing basically the top 100. We're going one day, one coin per day. And I can't wait till we get there. But check this out. Big news for XRP. Ripple National Trust Bank just received conditional approval. Oh yeah, let's get into this. This is huge, y'all. Do not. I know the price is not there, but listen, man. They laying down the pipe work for this thing, man. They do not sleep. Johnny C and Crypto says he scooped up some H bar today. Listen, man. I love H bar, man. Let me tell you something. I love me some H bar, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. For me, it'd probably be XRP, XLM, and ADA are right there with each other. Um, and then after that would be H bar, man. Yeah, yeah, for me, yeah. Right after XRP, XLM, ADA, and H bar. And let me tell you, man, H bar is growing closer to my heart, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. And what makes H bar a little different is not only that H bar is ISO 2022. Not only that, but H bar also does it moves 10,000 TPSs per second, and also tokenization, man. And it does smart contracts. It's a lot going on over there, man. That tokenization, smart contracts, and also moves money. That's a three-headed monster. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're probably not going to be able to have the same type of smart contracts as ADA, because ADA just aren't smart contracts as far as Cardano. Yeah, I love me some Cardano. As you see, you guys can see that name that made me smile. I love those four coins and what they do. Those are actually true utility coins. ADA at 41 cents. What? Listen, I was buying up ADA at 37 cents. Julia, that ADA at 37 cents. Give me, mama. You know what I'm saying? I believe us. Let me see here. Clip TV says, will H bar ever be $1? I believe so. I believe H bar will hit $1. Myself, I believe so. I could be wrong, but I'm hoping on it. Believe me, I have a whole lot of money riding on H bar, and I ain't talking about no $5,000. I got a lot much more than that riding on H bar. So I definitely hope we get into $1, but I believe so. That H bar would definitely get there. 100%. I think so. Just the market cap, what it does. I know we're talking about XRP, but let's take a look at H bar since we're talking about it. And I like the chat. I like to go with the rhythm of the chat. I like to go with the rhythm of the chat, but we're going to get back into the article. If you just tuned in, we're talking about Ripple becoming a national bank, and they just got a conditional approval. But we're talking about H bar real quick, which will be a coin that we will get to. I guess actually we'll be in H bar probably in 3 weeks, because it's 5 days a week, and we are number 3 coin. So we definitely will get to H bar, and we'll break down H bar tonight. We're breaking down Tether. Yesterday we broke it down Ethereum. And before that, we broke down Bitcoin. So today we're at the number 3 coin. But H bar, if you look at H bar, wow, 12 cents. Wow, that's crazy. Whew. It's ranked number 23. $5.2 billion market cap, circulating supply of 42 billion. Yeah. So basically, it was so to put things in perspective, all right? You have H bar with a circulating supply of 42 billion. Let's look at XRP real quick. We looked at this other day just for shits and giggles. XRP circulating supply is 60 billion. So you have 60 billion. So basically, if you had the market cap where XRP is 121 billion, damn, that may be coming down. 121 billion, and you get H bar. Let's look at H bar. Let's look back. I want to look back at that again. Make sure we. That's crazy seeing that mark. Let me tell you, that Bitcoin dominance is not. That Bitcoin dominance must have went up. That Bitcoin dominance is not playing around. That's why I say I ain't got enough Bitcoin, boy. That Bitcoin dominance is no bueno. So you have a market cap here of $5 billion. You get to that market cap. You get that market cap of XRP of that 121 billion with a circulating supply of 42 billion. So if you were to get to the same price as same market cap as XRP, right now you'd be looking at like a $2.90 H bar. Yeah. And so that's why H bar, and H bar is being tested with Swift. H bar has a lot going on for it. Do not sleep. I definitely mess with H bar. I take H bar very, very serious. Yeah, do not sleep on that. But anyway, let's get into this Ripple news. You know what I'm saying? But just the somebody brought up H bar in yeah, I like that. I like that ISO coin. Yeah. So big news for XRP. Ripple National Trust Bank just received conditional approval. So you didn't know. Ripple's trying to become a bank. Why's Ripple? Ripple owns a majority of XRP. That's why it's so serious. All right. Just want to bring that up. Ripple has taken another massive step as it's received an approval from Ripple National Trust Bank. Conditional approval for the Office of Comptroller of Currency places Ripple's new category with U.S. financial system. This move raises expectations about what's next to come for its company, its stablecoin, its framework, and XRP. So you understand, Ripple, not only does it Ripple have XRP Ledger, it also has a stable coin, RLUSD. What's a stable coin? It's pegged to a dollar. Their digital dollar. You understand? And they're also US regulated. Okay? They're trying to get more regulated than USDC, which is Circle. Okay, and we're going to talk about a little bit about Circle because we're going to talk about USDT in about another 10 minutes. So you guys got to understand what the difference between USDT, which is USDT Tether is, and what the difference between USDC. So stay tuned in and we're going to talk about that at the end of this chat. Like I said, we're going to be talking about the number 3 coin. We already talked about Bitcoin. We talked about Ethereum. Every single night, we're going to talk about one coin. And we're going to go down the list. So we already went number 1, Bitcoin. We went number 2. Hey, Scooby-Doo, what's going on? Crypto gang. And then so tonight we're going to talk about the number 3 highest market cap coin, which is a stable coin, Tether. All right, so stay tuned in. We're going to be talking about that, all right? Make sure you guys hit a like. Make sure you guys hit a share. It's Dcryptofan. So Ripple, once again, has taken another massive step as it's received approval, all right, in the form to become Ripple National Trust Bank. This is wow, man. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is wild stuff. So Ripple, right? Oh, Scooby-Doo, that's what this is exactly what we're talking about right now. You tuned in at the perfect time. That's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about Ripple becoming a national bank. Great timing. That's why I made sure I came on tonight. I was gonna come on because I told you whatever. I went and get some blood taken out. Left work earlier to go get checked out, and your boy's all right. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure. You know, with everybody, with so much stuff going on. You know, with my parents passing away. Maybe I'm getting a little, a little scared. But you know, when you have everybody around you pass away, my cousin passed away. My first cousin, my mom and my dad passed within a year of each other. So you know, brother be getting a little scary about now. But anyway, let's get into this. Ripple has taken another massive step as it's received approval, all right, in the form of Ripple National Trust Bank. You hear me? Ripple National Trust Bank. Thank you, hey D Hill. Thank you, appreciate you, appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? We got everybody in the building, man. Hey, I'm happy y'all in the building. I came in late, man. Happy to see y'all, man. I'm happy y'all in the building. We got Julia in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got the D Hill, the D Hill in the building. You already know. we got the crew in the building, man. Crypto Gang, Scooby-Doo is in the building. We in the building today, baby. And I didn't think we was gonna be in the building this late, man. Happy to see y'all, man. Happy to see y'all. Warren, yes, we're talking about XRP right now, Warren. We're talking about XRP, which is Ripple. Ripple, who owns the majority of XRP, is becoming a bank. Yeah, and they just got conditional approval. And if you guys want to hear more about the banking, you guys know on my page I got like 4 different episodes on that. If you want to hear about it in detail, just go on my page. Actually, one of the top 3 posts I have on my page is about that. I think actually I had like 16,000 views on one talking about XRP becoming the bank. You can go on my page and take a look at it in details. Anyway, so let's get into this. So this is the next step. Hey, me mom, what's going on? This is the next step for XRP becoming a bank. All right, let's look at this. Let's take a look. And you can also go, if you want to read it yourself, like I always tell you, you can go to coinmarketcap.com. It's right there. And also, all you got to do is Google. If you want to look at it, put Google Ripple OCC today. So let's go in your search engine, put Ripple OCC today. All right, so go if you want to look it up, and you'll see a whole lot of articles. And you can look at it. You'll see Yahoo Finance, and you'll see Bloomberg, the more official articles. All right, so take a look at this. Big news for XRP Ripple. National Trust Bank just received conditional approval. This is wild, y'all. That's wild. Ripple has taken another massive step as it's received approval for Ripple National Trust. This conditional approval from the Office of Comptroller of Currency places Ripple in a new category within the U.S. financial system. This move raises expectations on what comes next for the company. It's a stablecoin framework, okay, for XRP. This is huge, y'all. Do not sleep on this. All right. So Stan Drew highlighted this development, sharing a screenshot and announcement of Ripple CEO Brad Garhouse. Their early reaction of the industry voices showed significance of shift. Stern Drew noticed that OCC decision locks Ripple into a federal and New York state oversight. So basically, basing that they're gonna be oversight over the federal government and also the New York oversight. So basically, New York State. So basically, they're saying that look, we're good with these boys over here. We're good with these boys over here. We're compliant. So basically, we're falling in line. We're falling in line with the system. So y'all should let us know. So you're probably want to use RLUSD stablecoin because we are regulated. Because guess what? We got both NYC oversight and we got the OOCC oversight. And then they just became a commodity. See what's going on? They just got approved with the CFTC. Okay? So now they're over there with commodities. They're the same place as oil, same place as gold, same place as silver. Do you see how they're lining up every step, how they're building up this infrastructure right before our eyes? Everybody's caught up in the price. Let me tell you, you know why the price is low? Because they're accumulating. They're accumulating. Okay? They accumulated. AUB says he picked up 5K more of XRP today. Boy, that boy is not playing, boy. He throwing it, baby. I'm not mad at you, man. I'm not mad at you. Let me tell you, I'm not going to, the gentleman, AUB, I don't know if it's a gentleman or a young lady, I'm not sure, but let me tell you something. I spent some good money in the last, I'm over 5K since what, 6 weeks now, since we had that major crash that Friday. I forgot what day it was. It was a Friday. I just know it was a Friday because I went out the night before, and my chat was I got on my chat, and my chat was like, "Did you see the prices?" And I didn't see the prices, and when I looked, I was like, "Oh my God, what a sale!" I feel like it's been a sale like this for over a month now. I could be wrong, but it feels like it's been. Let me tell you, man, I've been buying up. I've been buying up. And let me tell you, and it's not easy, folks. Though it's not easy to buy up because at the end of the day, we're all making an educated guess. We're all going based off of information, the news that we're receiving, and we're running with that, with all hopes that we're correct. But things like this, when you hear things like this, and you see groundwork, you see infrastructure, this what makes you feel a bit. Well, this is what makes me feel a bit more better about buying the coins when you see things for me, right? And I could be wrong, like I always say, right? I could be wrong. The proof is in the pudding. Why are we making a bank if it's not going anywhere? Why are we spending all this money to get regulated? You know what I'm trying to say? Why would we be doing that? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that you have, if crypto is going anywhere, right, and Bitcoin was going anywhere, why go ahead and have the Republicans and Democrats come out with the Genius Act, Clarity Act, Anti-CBDC Act? I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of confuses me. And then after that, why would you have now the SEC that was fighting forever to discredit crypto, the whole crypto system, the BDC system, and all of a sudden now they go ahead and they do a 180, and now they go ahead. Not only do they do a 180, but they allow ETFs to get approved, go live into Wall Street. Then you have JP Morgan Chase Bank, right, buying Bitcoin, buying. You have the state of Texas buying Bitcoin. The state, and they're gonna keep buying Bitcoin. Then, then not only that, you have XRP that overspent $200 million fighting a lawsuit to become a commodity, just got listed as a commodity. Then you have Vanguard, right? That now allows its customers to go ahead and get almost every single XRP ETF. Then you have Bank of America come out, this week? Last week? Was it this week? Was it Friday or this week? It was actually this week. I think it was Monday that they're going to allow their customers to get up to 4%. Up to 4%. These were all anti-crypto. So if this was going somewhere, in my humble opinion, why would they be making all these moves? For me, I feel like they're making all these moves because when the dust settles, they want to make sure that they're aligned. For me, that's what it feels like. It feels like they're setting themselves up to when they turn on them lights, when they turn on the lights, you're like, oh wow, what the hell? you turn on the lights, man. Them suckers got subway banks. They got subway in the banks. you turn up like, what? Ripple Bank? What you talking about? Crypto Bank? I'm telling you, man. You're gonna look at me like Bank of XRP, Bank of H bar. Do not sleep. The speed that this is growing and adaptation is happening right now. Let me give you for example, right? Like you see the color TV, right? You see the color TV. The color TV was out 10, 15 years before, 20 years before all the customers got it. Because what problem was that only one new station, I can't remember if it was CBS or NBC, but only one station was color TV, running color TV, a technology, right? So what happens is everybody else had to catch up. And now out there, all the stations got color TVs, and then now you had to wait for people to be able to afford to get the color televisions. So once that happened, guess what happened? Man, you look like a crazy person to have black and white TV. It went to color TV. It took adaptation just like that. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, you were looking crazy if somebody have a color TV. It's like right now if you walk into somebody's house, right? You know the big old TVs? Remember the big fat old TVs before they had the plasma? Remember even plasma was like this. Now them TVs is like this, right? But imagine you walk into somebody's house and they got a tube TV. You'd be looking like, what kind of Back to the Future are you doing, bro? That's gonna happen with crypto. It's exactly what's gonna happen, man. Oh man, it's the exact same. Scooby-Doo, what's going on? I need to know, should I refill my bag before XRP rises? Let me tell you something. Do your research. Look at everything. Now I'm gonna tell you something. XRP is not the only baby. XRP is my favorite, my biggest bag. But let me tell you something. There ain't nothing wrong with H-bar. There's nothing wrong with ADA. There's nothing wrong. Let me tell you. Do not sleep on ADA. Do not sleep on XLM. Do not sleep on H-bar. Okay? I love me some XRP too. Don't get me wrong. XRP, once again, XRP is my biggest bag. All right? And I'll leave it at that. I'm saying I'll let you do what you do with that. But yeah, XRP is my biggest bag. XRP being my biggest bag, I can't tell somebody not to buy it. Should you buy XRP? Let me tell you right now. I would buy XRP. Like I tell you, it's my biggest bag. It's my biggest bag. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about over 50,000. Over easy, please. Yeah, my biggest bag. I just put that in perspective. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Scooty says, I do my research. That's why I'm here. That's hilarious, bro. Corey, yes, sir. 100%. Yes, sir. 100%. Yeah, man. I'm not mad at you, man. That was a great reply, brother. You know what? Let me tell you, people, and the only reason why when people ask me, you know, should they buy XRP, and um, the only reason why I say that, only reason why I say that is because remember, I was buying XRP at 33 cents. At one time when I first started, I actually bought it. First time I got in, it went to 57 cents. It dropped down to 27 cents. I jumped out. I didn't know about crypto. I was scared, right? I was scared. And my homeboy, he had to calm me down. He's like, what the hell are you doing? He said, bro, first of all, $500 ain't enough. He says, it's volatile. Get back in it. Put your money back in it. So I was like, really? I was like, all right. So then I got back in at the 27 cents. And then that's when that time when it ran up to $1.28. And yeah, $1.80, sorry. It ran up to $1.80. So but I was buying at the 27, then it ran up to $1.80. And guess what? It ran up to $1.80 and came back down to 33 cents. So just to let you know what I've been through when I was buying it literally 2019, buying it at 57 cents, dropped down to 27 cents. At that time, it went into 2020. And then not only that, not only did it got delisted, meaning that they got taken off exchange. So it got delisted off of Coinbase when I first got in there. So I've been on. So when people ask me how, should they buy it, I just want to show you why it's kind of difficult to me. Because remember, it's kind of hard for me to tell somebody to buy it when I was buying it at 27 cents, buying at 33 cents, buying at 55 cents. I was buying under 50 cents for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? For 3 years straight at under the 50 cents. I mean, I was buying it at 90 cents a dollar like everybody else was. And luckily I was able to DCA. What DCA is dollar cost averaging. So I was buying it because I owned it very high. At one time I owned XRP, at like 89 cents, 90 cents. And right now it doesn't seem high, but at that time when it's at 33 cents, that's high. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem high now, but I just want to put things in perspective. That's where I was at. I just want to show y'all where I was at, where you're at. Like I was literally at where you're at right now. So for me, like I told you, I was buying at 27 cents. It ran up, and I didn't sell or take profits. So and then it went back down. And remember, it went from $1. I was buying at 57 cents. Went down, buying it at 27 cents. I was buying it at 90 cents, $1.20, $1.50, because they were calling out $10 XRP back then. You know what I'm saying? So when I went and bought that, it's dropped down. My stomach, let me tell you right now, man. My stomach, let me tell you, when you buy that at about $1.80, $1.40, and it drops down to 30 cents, man, trust me, that diarrhea, you feel that diarrhea all the way, boy. Trust me, that boy, I'm telling you right now, that was tough. Hey, don't let me sit here and tell you like I was the bravest camper now. That was right now. That stomach, boy. Whoa. Tell you something. It feel like the sky fall out the thing. Tell you something, man. They would tell you, man, it's a hard feeling. It's a hard feeling. You know what I'm saying? And then they tell you, right? The only thing that kept me going through the valley of death, the shadow of death. At that time, that's what it felt like. The only thing that kept me straight, I kept replaying Warren Buffett in my mind. Kept replaying that. Why I kept replaying was a quote: "The impatient money flows from the impatient to the patient. Sorry, wealth transfers from the impatient to the patient." So I kept that in my mind, and you know what I'm saying, and I was like, man. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna stay in this game, and I stayed in the game, man. And for the first time too, and that was the first time in my life that I ever stuck it out in that type of atmosphere, man, where everything's going negative, all the negative talk. And plus I was hoping on the previous cycles, I was questioning it because I was going on previous cycles where this happened before. And then thank God, man, that cycle came. Like we went from actually what 33 cents and it shot to 366. So when people ask me, should you buy? I'll just tell you that story for me. This is what happened. This is what happened for me. You know what I'm saying? Corey says over 20K XRP, so I feel a little behind. No, my friend, I started since 2019. Remember, there's somebody out there that got 100. There's somebody out there that got 100K out there. Listen, there's somebody who has more than me, and there's somebody that has more than that person and more than that person. You can't watch that. You just, there's somebody that would love to have 1,000 XRP right now. You know what I mean? It's where we get in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, put for now, right? Let me put things in perspective for you guys. So for people who keep asking me, and there's nothing wrong that you ask me, should you buy XRP? I'm buying Solano. All right, I'm buying Solano. Just recently, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks, I started buying Solano. I'm buying Solano at $130, $140. I was there when Solano dropped to $13. I was there when Solana went to $30. And I'm saying, man, let me wait for it to cool off. That baby went to $40. I said, let me cool off. That baby went to 80. I said, oh yeah, that baby's not cooling off. I said, that baby is not cooling off. You know what I'm saying? And now look at me. I could have bought it at $13. I'm buying it at 10x. So when you ask me, should you buy XRP? I saw Solano at $13 myself. I could have bought it at $13. I could have bought it at $20. Let me tell you, it was at $50 for like 2 weeks. I could have bought it. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking, should I buy some? So just to put that in perspective, all right? I just want to tell you that. So when people ask me, should you buy XRP? Listen to my story, okay? So I was buying XRP at 33 cents. I was buying XRP 50 cents. So it feels crazy to me to tell you to buy it at $2, right? So I'd rather just tell y'all the news on it. But here I am, right? Here I am. I'm buying Solano at $130 when I could have bought it at $13. So you do what you want with that information. You know what I'm saying? you do that. You do what you want with that information. You know what I'm saying? So when you ask me, should you be buying XRP? I'm buying Solano. Yes, it just feels hard for me. It feels hard for me to tell y'all to buy XRP knowing that I was buying that at 33 cents. You know what I'm saying? But I'm buying Solano at $130. That baby was $13. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That puts things in perspective, don't it? Doesn't that put things? Let me ask you something. You'll say doesn't that put things in perspective? That kind of answers it, right? That's exactly what happened, man. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So if in that case, yeah. I guess I answered my own question, huh? Yeah, you probably should. You know what I'm saying? I answered my own question, and I'm thinking to myself, but I'm buying Chainlink. I'm buying up Chainlink. I'm buying Ethereum. I'm still buying Ethereum. I was buying Ethereum at $800. I was buying Ethereum at $700. I'm still buying Ethereum. It's at 3,900. I mean 3,300. So yeah, I guess I could tell you yeah. Now I put in perspective when I'm thinking of myself. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Z-Back, oh yeah, Z-Back, baby. Right now, here's the thing, right? I want to put another thing in perspective, right? If you were buying Chainlink, right, at $24, which I bought Chainlink at $14 and been buying it at $13. But just for perspective, you can buy Chainlink at $24 and it's at $10 and it's still doing exactly the same thing it was doing and even more right now, then I personally, I'm gonna buy it at that $10. Personally, you know what I mean? And then also, you guys got people got to do not put in more than you could lose. Honestly, do not put more in this game than you can lose. At the end of the day, we're all speculating. None of us have a crystal ball. We're just following what's going on with the news. We're following the information. We're following the charts. That's what we're doing. And right now, yes, things are great. But listen, man, There could be World War III. Listen, there could be a World War III. Then yeah, we out. Yeah, last thing everybody's gonna be talking about is crypto. That would be a good time to have the Bitcoin right around that time, because boy, that'd be the time for you to have that. That'd be a time for you to. That's a good time to have a wallet, huh? When the banking system's crushed, boy, and there's an ill World War III, boy, you'll be happy to have some Bitcoin. You'll be happy to have anything right there, because that'd be the currency you could trade for, and no matter where you're at. So yeah, that point, yeah, I guess then that would be a little different, wouldn't it? But anyway, that wasn't a good example. But yeah, man. Personally, for me, hey, listen, man. I think investing to me is lifetime. It's not something that you shut off. You know what I'm saying? I think you invest every single day. Invest in yourself. Yeah, I think so. And it doesn't have to be crypto. I think you should invest in anything: stock market, gold, silver, whatever it is, real estate. I think you should be planting a seed and growing your money in some sort of way. In some sort of way. We can't spend our whole life going to work and hoping that we're gonna make it to 67 and retire off of Social Security. That ain't it. And the way inflation is going and where the prices are going, by the time we get there, for me, yeah, it'll be very, very, very wild. So I would tell y'all, be very, very careful. Wendy O, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? So yeah, so definitely. So so when people ask me what's going on, listen, man, I've been buying up like crazy. That's much I can tell you. All I can do is be as transparent as possible. But let me tell you, man, yeah, I'm buying. I'm buying. And I've been buying for 6 years. I've been buying. And I've spent well over 100 grand. Easy. I spent well over 100 grand. So believe me, yeah, that's why I tell you I feel that diarrhea. This market, and let me tell you something. This market go from 3 trillion that back to that 1 trillion. Y'all gonna be seeing a skinny Dcryptofan. Y'all come up here, I'm gonna be looking like this. Trust me, I've been through it, man. And let me tell you, man, I see my portfolio drop 80%. It's the wildest thing. When I say like 80%, so just imagine you saw like $180,000. The next thing you know, you're looking at 40,000. You're like, what the freak? That's what you call a bear. And then and not only that, then you keep buying. But let me tell you something. Boy. When that baby go up, boy, let me tell you, boy, when that baby goes up, you'll never have a better feeling than that, man. That euphoria you feel when you see your money go up, like when Trump was elected and you saw the market go up to, oh my Lord, just the other day when we were at 4.29 trillion, man, I'll be looking at my portfolio, I'll be like, oof, oof. Let me tell you, man, that feeling is crazy. And let me tell you, it's crazy. It's very, very crazy. And especially when you have the right coins, like you have the right tokens, like you will see. You will see. Just think about it. Some of us, we watch XRP from 33 cents to $3.60. H bar, 5 cents, ran up, I think, to 30 cents. Yeah, so you saw 5 cents, right? You saw you buying at 5 cents, 4 cents, and that baby ran up to 32 cents. Okay. Think about Solano. $13 Solano, $13. That baby ran up to $225 in real time. And this was just a year ago. Real time. I'm telling you, wow. Very wow. When this thing moves, this baby move. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'll sit there and you'll watch like say you have 10 grand. You'll sit there and watch your 10 grand forever. And then when your 10 grand start moving, next thing you know, you'll see your 10 grand, 60 grand. You're like, you don't know what to do. You're like, should I sell? Should I take profits? And there was a time in the previous cycle that 10 grand will shoot up to like 140 on your ass, like real quick. And you get stuck. And the thing about it, you have everybody tell you it's going to go up, that it's going to go up to $1 million when you should be taking profits at that 140. you should be taking monies off of there. Trust me, when this thing moves, this baby move, man. Let me tell you something. You'll see that money move. You're like, that's why you have to have, let me tell you, that's why you have to have your exit strategy. You really have to have a number in your mind that you're going to, and stick to it. You know what I'm saying? Tony C, GC, what's going on? So have that number, the exit strategy, have a number and stick to it. That greed is what messes us all up because we never stick to the exit strategy. Say right, people say XRP. Say right, you say XRP. Like, for example, you say XRP, I'm gonna take out whatever 20% at $5. That baby at 620, you still holding on. You don't tell yourself for 3-4 years, I'm out at $5. At 620, $6.20, you still holding on like, man, I might make it to 10. I might make it to $10. I'm telling you, that greed kicks in, man. That greed kicks in. But what we're hoping and what they've been saying for years, that there'll be a time where the adaptation will come in, and then it won't be as volatile anymore. That's what the big players say. That one point right now it's volatile because people are in and out of it and now manipulation. But they says at one time the manipulation will come out and it won't be such as high volatility anymore in the future. But anyway, let's get into this. We forgot what we're here for. We're here because big news. And then we're going to do this tether. After stay tuned in. If you just tuned into the Crypto Fan, me and the chat decided 3 days ago that we're going to do one coin or token every single night. So we did Bitcoin and we did Ethereum. And tonight we're going to do Tether. So let me just do this one Ripple article and explain to you what Brad Garland has to say. And then we're going to get into the number 3 coin, which is Tether. I want to get into that. Yeah, I think it's cool. I want to get to Tether. And then guess what the next coin is, everybody? Guess what the next coin after that is going to be? Guess what the next coin? XRP, the number 4 coin, our favorite coin, baby. Yeah, I love it. So today we're going to talk about Tether, and then we're going to talk about XRP, my favorite. Yeah, I can't wait till Monday. Monday's going to be dope. So we're going to talk about XRP. Can't wait to it, man. It's dope. We already talked about Bitcoin. Ethereum, let me tell you, that Ethereum story was a great story. That Ethereum story was a great story. And I didn't put that post up, but I'm going to put that post up for tomorrow. If y'all want to look at the end of the video, look at that Ethereum story with Vitalik and how he was going to go to XRP and didn't go to XRP because of his passport, how he started Ethereum and why he built Ethereum and exactly what Ethereum does and how, DeFi, NFTs, applications are built on Ethereum. And that's what Ethereum was built for, and smart contracts and all that type of stuff. And Ethereum came out in 2014. Well, anyway, we're going to get into that. And we're not going to get into that. You got to tune in. But anyway, so let's get into this. Yeah, we doing this over here, man. So Brad, if you guys want to go on Brad Garland House, you can go on his Twitter. And let me tell you something. What I've learned about Twitter, which Tammy Lynn and my homeboy Roots have taught me about Twitter, it hits there first, man. That news hits Twitter first. Let me tell you something. Twitter gets it a day, hours, 7 hours before it hits mainstream. It's crazy. I didn't believe it. Then now I see in true time, in real time, Twitter, it hits Twitter first. I don't know how. Maybe people at work like, let me put it in before it hits articles. It hits Twitter first. I'm telling you. So anyway, let's get into this Brad Garland House, Ripple. And you guys, what's Ripple? Ripple owns the majority of XRP. All right. So let's get into Ripple. This Brad Garland House. This is the man running the thing. If you guys know Brad, he's also the gentleman who was speaking at the Senate for all of crypto. All right. He's the CEO over there at Ripple. Huge rap. Brad Garland House, Ripple just received conditional approval from the USOCC, which is the U.S. Comp Control of Currency. All right. So they opened a charter, Ripple National Trust Bank. This is a massive step forward, but first for RLUSD. What's RLUSD? That's Ripple stablecoin. What's a stablecoin? A stablecoin is pegged to the dollar, which is great because we're going to go right into Tether after this, which is also another stablecoin, which is the largest stablecoin in the world, which we're about to get into in the next 5 minutes. But anyway, so let's finish this. So RLUSD, which is XRP, Ripple's stable coin. What's a stable coin? Basically a digital dollar. Okay. Now watch this. So for RLUSD setting the highest standard for stable coins, compliance with the federal OCC and NYDFC. So you're talking about two different regulation systems. Two. They ain't playing. They want full transparency. They basically want they want no excuses. Ripple's looking for no excuses. XRP wants to be so regulated, they want no excuses. It's like somebody who's overachieving to get their licenses. It's like somebody who said, "Yeah, you just need a license. I'll get my CDL. Let me get my CDL and E plus P." It's like, brother, you only need your learners. I don't want no learners. I want my CDL. That's them boys over there. All right, so let's get in this. All right, so the banking lobbyists, your anti-competitive tactics. Listen, let me tell you, Brad is getting a little aggressive lately, ain't he? Brad is getting a little aggressive. Brad is always kind of a cucumber. But let me tell you, since they've been getting all these regulations, all these partnerships, Brad getting his chest up, man. Listen to Brad. Brad was a humble dude. Listen to Brad talking right now. To the banking lobbyists, your anti-competitive tactics are transparent. You've complied. This crypto isn't playing by the same rules. But here's the crypto industry directly under the OCC. You heard me? You heard me? Brad is not playing with them. Wait 1 second here. I got to put this puzzle here. All right? Brad's getting a little aggressive, okay? Now listen right here, right? What happened now? The party. Give me your own. Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. Say less, y'all. Party up. Da 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 da. Party up. Bum. We had to just throw a block party, baby. Hey, y'all, you already know. Once all I heard was a block party. What? So that was like the bat single. You know the bat signal? Party. I see block party. And you don't have to even say block party. Just put party. We're gonna throw them a party. What is that? I looked up. I saw D Hill said block party. I said, what? I got y'all. Y'all already know we're going to keep this baby clean. Nah, we don't need nobody DMing anybody. Do not DM anyone, please. If you listen, there's like 12, 15 Dcryptofans. They're trying to shut me down. I see what they're trying to suppress this information from getting out. They got all these fake pages trying to stop this, but we ain't going to stop this news. Don't let them steal your money. All right? We work too hard. Imagine the gentleman who just said he bought $5K in XRP, and this gentleman worked his hard-earned money, and somebody comes steal that money. All right? We don't want that happening. You saw they stole $54,000 from me. Don't let it happen to you. That's the worst feeling. You talking about feeling diarrhea. That's diarrhea for months. For months. All right, let them take $54,000 of your hard-earned money. And I was up. Yeah. Anyway, check this out. So let's go back into Brad. Brad is going crazy now. Listen to Brad. This Brad Garland House he's talking crazy. To the banking lobbyists, your anti-competitive tactics are transparent. You complain that crypto isn't playing by the same rules, but here's the crypto industry directly under the OCC supervision and standards. Ooh, prioritizing compliance, trust, innovation to benefits of consumers. Now look at Brad's last line. What are you so afraid of? Hey, Brad Garhart said, what are you so afraid of? Brad. Hey, Brad's getting aggressive, huh? Brad asked them, what are you so afraid of? Yeah, Tell you, do not sleep, boy. Brad Garner House ain't playing. Do not sleep on this, y'all. All right. So tonight, wait. Before we get into Tether, let me just read. We're about to go into Tether. If you guys just tuned in, every night we're gonna do one coin, and tonight we're doing Tether. But I just want to finish off with this Ripple news real quick. All right. Big news for Ripple XRP. Ripple National Trust Bank just received conditional approval. The big news for Ripple XRP National Trust Bank received conditional approval. That's Ripple becoming a bank, a crypto bank, y'all. And guess what? And they banks, remember, they got the G Treasury brokerage. So now you have a brokerage that connected to that bank. So now you can go in and you can go invest your money. Then now they got Flare that's doing yields. So now not only you can get your RLUSD, but you'll get yields off of your RLUSD, right? And now they have Flare doing loans. Loans. You're talking about getting loans off of your XRP. They're trying to do a one-stop shop, y'all. Y'all not paying attention what's going on. This is gonna be a one-stop shop. Then they bought Palsadide, the wallet. So basically, when you go to the bank, you know what a wallet is? A cold wallet that stores your crypto. So basically, they're trying to become a bank. You can store your crypto, the G Treasuries. So you can go ahead and then they have Evernorth also that they're doing. They put $1 billion in that, and that's and guess what? Guess what? Your boy Chris Larson, co-founder of XRP Ripple. He took out $121 million of his own money to Evernorth. Evernorth is going to be coming out first quarter. Yeah. IPO. Yeah. Stocks. Pay attention. You better, let me tell you something. Make sure y'all locked in. Y'all better make sure you subscribe, because this news hits fast. Listen, this news hits fast. This just came. My homeboy Roots sent me this in the chat, and he was making fun of me. Oh, you didn't put this out on Dcryptofan. I'm like, bro, I only come on to 7:30. Like listen, he making jokes because he's trying to say this. He got the news early. You get that news here fast. I'm telling you, this literally came out today. So make sure. I'm telling you right now, you're locked in. Hit a notification. So you're locked in so you get this information real quick. And like I say, we replay it on YouTube. All right, so let's finish this up, and then we're going to Tether. Big news for XRP. Ripple National Trust Bank just received conditional approval. Ripple has taken another massive step. It's received approval in the form of Ripple National Trust Bank. It's a conditional approval now from the Office of Comptroller of Currency, the OCC. I know you guys are getting tired of all these abbreviations, but you really have to learn these abbreviations. We all have to learn these abbreviations. Places Ripple in a new category with the U.S. financial system that raises expectations about what's to come next for the company and stablecoin framework and XRP. The excitement for Ripple, next step, all right? This is Stern Drew highlighted, okay? The development sharing, the screenshot announced by Ripple CEO Brad Garhouse. The early reaction from the industry voices show that significant of a shift. Drew noticed that OOC decision locks Ripple into federal and New York oversight. So basically being compliant on both sides, man. Okay? This is huge. This what makes, when you're buying XRP, this what makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying? This what it does, right? Check this out. Thank you, D Hill. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's why I love the D Hill. Always promoting, pushing for the brother. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. OCC decision, right, locks Ripple into federal New York State oversight, which strengthens the company's regulatory position. And listen, his post says RLUSD, Ripple stablecoin, now holds the higher compliance standard, the highest compliance standard. Also stated that approvals places XRP inside the core of the U.S. financial system. Tell you right now, man, you can't make this up, man. You can't make this up, man. You cannot make this up. Listen, man. Listen, man. So Ripple CEO calls out critics. In his post, Grandhouse wrote, Ripple's received conditional approval for OOC, calling for massive step forward. He highlighted RLUSD standard compliance, added the list of compliance has recently hit $1 billion market cap. All right. They're talking about RLUSD. All right. So that's to put that in perspective. All right. So now this is the part of the show, you know what I'm saying, that we're going to do where we talk about one coin. 101. I haven't come up with a name yet. Somebody here needs to come up with a name for that. And come up with a name of that 101. Somebody in the chat, come up with a name that we could call it at the end of the show. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about the coin. You know what I'm saying? With something slick. You know what I'm saying? Something very, very slick. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needs to come up with the name for it. All right. So now, just tuned in. At the end of every show, we're going to talk about one coin. We talked about Bitcoin, the number one coin. We talked about Ethereum. So now we're at Tether, number 3. And Monday, we're going to be at XRP, number 4 coin. But right now, let's talk about Tether. All right, what is Tether? Tether is a stable coin. What is Tether? USDT. So if you want to join me, go on CoinMarketCap. If you want to, let's make sure, I want to make sure we're all looking at the same thing. If you want to, you can go on CoinMarketCap, or you could go on CoinDesk. What is CoinMarketCap? CoinMarketCap is a place that'll show you all information on the top 100, top 200 coins. All right, if you want to look at it, you can go ahead and look at that. All right. So we're going to look at the number 3 coin. And why would you say that it's number 3 coin? Because it has a 3rd largest market cap. What is the market cap again? All the money that's in that coin or that token or in that stock. All right. So just right now. So we're talking about Tether. What's Tether? How much is in Tether? And guess what? Everything's going down right now. Tether's going up. You know why? Because people will park their money into Tether, almost like a bond. They'll take their money and they're parking in Tether, okay? So check this out. So Tether right now has a market cap of $186 billion. It's the number 3 largest market cap in all of crypto, okay? So if you want to look at it right now, it's pegged to $1, all right? The circulating supply is always going to be how much is in there. The market cap is 162 million, so the circulating supply is the market supply is 186 billion, so the circulating supply is 186 billion. So you understand, Tether circulating supply is always going to be the amount of money that's in there. So if Tether goes up to 100 to 1 trillion, what's the circulating supply? 1 trillion. All right. Now remember, Tether's USDT is pegged to the dollar 1-to-1. All right. So let's go into this. All right. So if you want to look it up, it's USDT. So let's look into it, and we're gonna get into. And I took my time to write this out for y'all. Okay. Okay. So please. All right. So all right. So you look at the ticker. Once again, the ticker is USDT. Okay. USDT is a stable coin. It's not like other coins where it doesn't go up. Understand that. The price will never go up. It's going to be at $1. If it goes under $1, we got a problem because it's pegged to the dollar. If it goes under $1, that means that means that it's crashing. Yeah, we got a big problem. But it's pegged to the dollar. So what is it? USD, US dollar. So what happens is USDT, which is Tether. For example, you'll have Circle, which is US dollar C, Circle. So you'll be USDC. PayPal has a US dollar. There's this PYUSD. So it's PayPal US dollar, basically. All right. So when you see the USDT, it's a ticker for USDT Tether. All right. So USD Tether. The ticker, which is an abbreviation of every coin or every stock, is an abbreviation. They call it a ticker. So the ticker for a US dollar Tether is USDT. Y'all follow me? You follow me now? Follow me. Now, Tether was launched in 2014. When we say 2014, when we say launch, that's the day it came out to the public. So when I'm saying launch, that means that's the day it came out. So when you hear people say, what's the launch date? That's the date it came out. All right. Now, USDT is usually when people park their money. Right? Say you're taking say right now, the coins are going down. Some people feel like, okay, it's going to keep going down. So what they'll do, instead of taking their money and putting it back in the bank, they'll take their money and put it back in USDT and park it. So basically, you don't lose money, you don't make any money. You just leave it there. just like a bond. You leave it there. You'll get yields. And what is a yield? Basically, they pay you a percentage for holding your money. Same thing like a bank. Okay, so that's what that is. All right. So basically, you see it go up because people are scared. They'll put it in there. Okay. So right now, hydro. Right now, I'm talking about USDT, not RLUSD, which is both are stable coins. But right now, if you guys just tuned in, I'm going down the list from one. We're gonna go all the way down to 100, and we're gonna talk about the top 100 coins. And right now, we're just on number 3. All right, so right now we're talking about the number 3 biggest coin in the world. So if you just tuned in, at the end of every episode, we're gonna talk about every single coin so you can learn what these coins do and what these tokens do and what they are, where they derive from, and what the hell are they. So you understand what the hell is a tether, man. All right. All right. So let's go into this. So understand all stable coins. You'll never make money on stable coin. A stable coin is not going to go to $2. It's always going to be $1. You only can make yields off of stable coins, but you can't take a stable coin from $1 and turn it to $2. That's not happening. It's pegged to the dollar, meaning it has equal value to the dollar. See, when it says pegged, it means that it's stuck to the same price as the dollar, the value of the dollar. And basically, if the dollar loses 70% of its value, guess what? That digital dollar loses 70%. That's all it is. It's just a digital dollar. Tether is used more worldwide. Okay, in America, Tether is used worldwide, but USDC is a United States stable coin. It's different. Your bank will take USDC. Your bank won't take USDT. Big thing you need to know. Big. All right. So now it's this. So let's go park this. So people, you park their money in USDT when things are volatile. Like you see the prices going down. Instead, you take it back in the bank. They'll park it in USDT and wait, and then they'll start buying. Whenever you see USDT going down, like you see that 180, that 186, when that thing starts going down, that's because people are buying altcoins. When that thing starts going, when you see that USDT start going down, that means people are buying. All right. So let's go. All right. Trading quickly between pairs without converting to fiat. Okay. That's just what I was talking about. Moving dollars globally 24/7 on rails. It uses DeFi, decentralized finance exchanges, for payments without the bank delays. All right. That's what this is. All right. Let me see. Before stable coins, traders had to cash out to banks. Right? So basically, before they came on stable coin, you would have to take the money and send it to your bank. Now you could just park it. There was nowhere to park the money. Basically, if you sold your Bitcoin, you would have to get the monies out. Now you could go ahead and park it into a stable coin. All right. So that's basically what they're talking about. All right. Let me see here. Okay. So USD exists on multiple chains. Okay. So basically, USD could be used for Ethereum, Tron, Solana, Avalanche, Polygon, Arbitron, and have the same value. Okay. So basically, it uses US Treasury bills that's our cash equivalent for short-term debit. All right. So that's basically what it is. So basically, what they're saying is you keep in Tether in there. You're not going to keep it in there forever. But let's say you know that you're going to buy something within the next year, 2 years. Why put it back in your bank? Because now you're going to transfer it out of your bank, put it into your exchange, and do it. They rather put it, some people just rather leave it parked there so when they want to trade, when traders go in and out, they could just grab it from the Tether. So basically, it's their banking where they hold their digital dollar. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you're a trader. You don't want to go back and forth in your bank and pay those fees and come. No, you're just gonna put it in Tether. You trade in and out, trade it out. So basically, your digital dollar is right there parked into Tether. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And what it is, it gives global access. Okay, and it's decentralized, meaning there's no banks, there's no governance. It's not that. Let's get into this, but I want to get also into the co-founders. All right. Now understand Tether. Now the difference between Tether and Circle is more regulated, U.S. regulated. All right. So that's why I mean. Dcryptofan, me, I would be putting it in RLUSD. It all depends where you feel like you can get the most yield at. You know what I'm saying? But so basically, what Scooby Doo is asking me, should he put it in RLUSD or should he put in Tether? It depends where we're getting all the yields at. Because right now, what I hear, to be honest with you, USDE is giving the most yields from what I hear. I heard somebody call out 16%. And from what I understand, USDE is being backed by gold. Oh, it gets crazy. Can't wait till we get to that. And that's number 13. I think number 14. Oh, we're going to get to these coins. We're going to get to these coins. Let me tell you, we're going to get to these coins. Let me tell you, by the time we get to number 20, you will know. By the time we get to number 20, you will understand the infrastructure of crypto and blockchain technology. You will definitely understand it because it goes into more detailed. All right, so let me finish this while we get into this. So basically, the market position's number one stable coin is Tether. Okay, remember it was launched. Okay, it was launched in 2018. All right, Circle with Coinbase and Centrums. So basically, Coinbase, they put a lot of backing in there. I didn't even know Coinbase was so deep in there. I heard that Circle pays out almost 40% profits out to Coinbase, which is crazy. And how they make profits? Off the fees. The money's coming in and out. They charge you fees to come in and out of the money, to hold your monies. That's how they make their monies. All right. So once again, let me get into this. So the co-founders of Tether is Brock Pierce, crypto entrepreneur, also early advocate of Bitcoin. Reeves Collins, CEO during early Tether years. Craig Saylors, the developer earlier and blockchain engineer. All right. So those are the three gentlemen that started it. The USDT started in 2014. USDC was started in 2018. All right. But the original name, all right, for Tether, when it came out in 2014, that's why I'm talking about these dinosaurs. You see when we talking about Bitcoin, number one, 2008, 2008, they made the white paper. 2009, it actually was the launch date. 2009 Bitcoin. Then you have XRP, 2012, 2013. Now you have USDT, 2014, 11 years stablecoin. Do not sleep, all right? All right, so the original name for Tether was Real Coin. That was the original name for Tether, Real Coin. Hey, they went straight to the point, huh? Real Coin. Bitcoin, Real Coin. But they changed that up real quick. They rebranded it as USDT Tether. How you go from Real Coin to Tether? That's a wild rebrand, right? Right? This is crazy. You can't make this stuff up, man. This is history right here, right? Tether is the first major stablecoin in crypto history in 2014. And remember, Circle, the one that was just Circle, and Circle just went live, IPO, which I have stocks on Circle. They came out 2018, and they're at a $78 billion market cap. All right. So now, so you understand. So basically, what it was built for, so traders could cash out and come in and out without having to go to the banks. So that's why Tether was originally made. It was made for basically, so when before 2014, you buy your crypto, you buy your Bitcoin, you would sell it, and it would go straight into you have to go into your account. Now you don't have to put it in your bank account no more. Now you can sell any of your coins. You can sell your XRP, and then you can sell it to Tether and just park it there. You can sell it to USDC. You can sell it to RULUSD. But you want to, now understand, you want to use USDC because that's American stable coin. So when you want to cash out, your bank will take USDC. So to understand that's a huge difference too. So you got to understand because only certain banks will take USDT. Okay. So let's go into this. All right. So now you could transfer at your banks. You take it out in days, take it out in like 3 or 4 days. So that's a different. All right. Now understand the banking access was limited globally. All right. Before this. All right. So remember what it does. It's a digital dollar, faster for crypto trading, enables liquidity 24 hours. Basically, you could tap into it 24 hours. Okay. Remember, it started 2014 by 3 gentlemen. These are the 3 gentlemen that started USDT Tether, which is a stable coin that's pegged to the dollar. All right. Brock Pierce, Rev Collins, Craig Sellers. All right. They started stablecoin. The original name was Realcoin. They rebranded it to Tether. All right. It's the first major stablecoin in crypto history. Came out 2014. All right. Let's see what else is there. Is there anything else that you guys have about USDT? What's the difference between USDT? USDT is global. USDC is regulated in the United States, and it's a United States stable coin. And this USDC is the second largest stable coin by market cap. Once again, what's the market cap? All the money that's in that coin. All the money right now that's in stable in Tether is 184 billion. So what's the circulating supply? 184 billion. Voila. All right. I hope y'all understand that. Do you guys have any questions on Tether? I hope I was able to give a good summary of what Tether is. Does anybody have any questions on what Tether is? Please. And remember, the only dumb question is a question you don't ask. All right? Any questions on Tether or difference between Tether and Circle or RLUSD and PYUSD? You guys are locked in? So you remember what Bitcoin. Once again, I'm going to do this again. You guys good? Ladies and gentlemen, you good? Did we understand what Tether is? We understand what a stable coin is, right? It's pegged to the dollar, 1-to-1. It's not more than the dollar. It's not less to the dollar. It's exactly the same value as the dollar. The number one largest stable coin. It's number 3 right now on the list of crypto. And the reason why it's number 3, why is it number 3? Because it has a third largest market cap in all of crypto at 184 billion. Sorry, 185 billion. It came out 2014. 3 gentlemen brought it out. Why was it brought out? So that you don't have to go in and out your bank. You can actually keep your monies on the sideline. So for traders, they don't have to go take their money and wait 3 days for it to come in the bank, come out. No, they just take it, put it on the sideline. Basically, Tether's basically, you might as well say just a bank holding your monies. Circle. It's a bank holding your money, and you get yields off it. Those actual yields, I don't know the percentages of each one's what the yields are, but you actually do get yields from them holding your money. But it will never grow. So if you go buy a stable coin for $1, it's gonna be $1. It's never gonna go to $10. It's never gonna go to $1.50. It's always gonna be $1. The only thing you can do is get yields on it. Get it? Voila. All right, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, y'all get that. I think y'all get that. I'm pretty sure. All right, and just real quick before we get off, what is Bitcoin again? For y'all who just jumped in, real quick, Bitcoin started October 31st was a white paper. Boom. What is it? Bitcoin peer-to-peer electronic cash. It's digital cash. It was started by who? Satoshi Nakamoto. Then after that came out, it was launched January 3rd, 2009. And I love this part right here. Satoshi on the first block ever. First block, basically, you know when you're building a house, imagine that first block. There's the gentleman or the lady who started Bitcoin, which could be, some people say it's 4 people, some people say CIA, who knows. This is the wild part. He wrote in the block, I love this part here. I think it's the wildest stuff. He wrote in the block, this is like out of a movie. The time, January 3rd, 2009, Chancellor on brinks of second bailout for banks. And he writes this is a protest. This is a statement. This is the reason Bitcoin exists. That's how a movie should start. That's how that movie should start. And somebody walking off in the dark. You know what I'm saying? So remember, that's what that was brought. And what was it built for? Inflation. Basically for bailouts. Basically, there's only 21 circulating supply. So they came out to be anti-bank, anti-establishment. That's what it was supposed to be, okay? It's built on a blockchain where everything is transparent and visible, all right? That's what Bitcoin does. All right, so you guys understand that. Ethereum, what is Ethereum? Let's get into that real quick since we're going down.
We're gonna run it down. Ethereum was started out in 2000. Oh, make sure. Ethereum debuted in 2014. Let me make sure. Yes, the white paper came out in 2013. It debuted 2014. The co-founder of Ethereum, Vitaly Buterin and Gavin Wood. You never hear about Gavin Wood, all right? But it was launched to become the first smart contract. Basically, was launched to do what Bitcoin doesn't do. And that's a whole lot. Bitcoin doesn't do anything. Bitcoin is basically a store of gold. It's like gold. And guess what they call Ethereum? Oil. And Ethereum was basically built to build smart contracts, apps, DeFi, NFTs. So basically, just imagine, like I told you guys, like a mall. And basically, you're building a mall, and basically the stores, your Foot Locker, your Champs, your Bath and Beyond, your Victoria's Secret, they're all built on top of that mall. That's basically what Ethereum is. Projects are built on top of Ethereum. So you would have projects like SHIB built on top of there, whatever other projects. So they're built on Ethereum. So what is Ethereum? Basically, where you build your projects, your smart contracts on your DeFi, they're all built on that. It's a decentralized apps are built on there. So you can basically build your Web3, everything built on there. Okay? It's a foundation for Web3, basically. All right. So what is Bitcoin? The gold. Some people say Ethereum is the silver. Some people say Ethereum is digital oil. Okay. Basically, the reason why they call it digital oil because it powers everything. I can't make this up. You can't make this up. All right. So now we talked about the number 3 coin, which is Tether. Tether is a stable coin, which came out 2014. All right. What does it basically do? People park their money. It's a digital dollar. It's pegged to the dollar. All right. Remember, Tether is global. Right. It's overseas company. Circle, which is the number 2 stable coin, is a U.S. stable coin. Different. It's U.S. regulated. Wall Street recognizes USDC. Wall Street don't recognize USDT, which is number 3. All right. So just so in there, you understand? So far, are we all locked in on number 1, 2, and 3? Because next Monday, we're gonna be talking about my favorite coin, my favorite of all times, my largest bag by far, XRP, baby. That's it. That's what we're talking about. I can't wait. We're talking XRP Monday. Right? So does anybody have any questions on what we just talked about? Please. There's no way y'all don't have no questions about no Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether. We just talked about Bitcoin 1.8 billion. We talk about Ethereum, 345 billion and 185 billion. And y'all got no questions. We just talked about freaking $2.5 billion. And y'all got no questions? No questions about Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Any questions about Bitcoin? Let me see. Tell me more about USDT and USD. All right. USDT, once again, is Tether. It's a digital dollar. It's overseas. Circle is USDC, which is American regulated, federally regulated dollar. It's Wall Street money, okay? If you notice, right now there's a high movement in USD. There's been a race, all right? Just for example, I'm gonna give you guys some USDC. So you got number 1, Tether, USDT. Then you got number 6 market cap is USDC. The baby that's been moving up, let me tell you, man, this mother sucker has been moving up quietly. This USDE that you see is number 18 with a $6 billion market cap, which was just at close to 8 billion. This USDE is growing so fast. Do not watch, keep your eyes out on this USDE. It's called Athena. That's why it's USDE. So basically it's USD Athena. So just remember, when you see the USD, it's always going to be USD. The abbreviations in the front or the behind is the company. Pause. So when you see USD Tether or you see PayPal, they put theirs in front of the USD. So it'll be PYUSD. So just remember, the USD just stands for US dollar. That's it. The abbreviation that comes before it and behind it is basically just telling you what company it is. All right. So that's all it is. Don't get so caught up in that. That's all it is. So look, PYUSD number 20 is number 27. These, let me tell you. And it also shows, and unfortunately, it also shows a lot of people are parking their money into, they're moving their money out of coins into the stable coins. And here's the thing, just like gold, just like people are moving their dollar bill to gold, people moving they're quietly moving their money into USDC and USDE because of the yields. So you understand, when you're in the bank, even right now they lower rates, you're getting 3.5% on your monies. Some of these they're talking about 16%, 12%. Basically, you park your money there and you get back 12% of your money, 16%, which is wild number. I mean, I don't know how long it'll go for. Remember, this is all new world, but most people are going to go to the ones that are regulated. That's why when you talk about Ripple, the RLUSD, what they're doing over there and becoming the bank and being regulated by the OCC and the NYC, the NYS, sorry, that's what makes it crazy, because now your trust in parking your money, people will feel more trust in parking their money instead of parking in Tether. They'll feel more confident if you're in the US to park it at RLUSD with Ripple that has the bank and that's regulated. And then when you're regulated, you get that FDIC regulated. That means that now you park your money at Ripple, guess what? It's insured for $250,000. Just gets a little bit different. It's a little different. See that's why I like that we're talking about these coins one by one, because it makes it easier to explain what's going on in the total ecosystem. Because then once you understand what's going, by the time we get to the top 20, you'll understand exactly what's going on with the infrastructure. You'll understand exactly what's going on in the background. Then you'll know exactly what to buy and what not to buy. You won't need me. You won't need me. Trust me. We'll be having a conversation that's a different type of conversation. Now it becomes more opinionated because we already know the facts. Like me and my friends, we argue about the facts, opinionated. Now it's just what we think is going to happen based off the facts that's in front of us. That's what that becomes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, happy I was able to come in late. I know we stayed late. This is actually the latest I've been on here, 10:30. I didn't even know people were up. I didn't even know we could have that many people in this thing, man. Yeah, man. Julia, what gives Tether its value? The amount of money that's in it. That's it. That's what gives Tether its value. Tether is based on the money that's parked in there. So that 184 billion is the actual money that's in there. That's what gives it the actual value. That's what gives Tether its actual value. Now the stock, of course, stock. I have Tethers. I have Circle. The actual Circle came out with an IPO. I want to say 4 months ago. It came out at $69. It had a valuation. Here's a crazy story about that one. Circle had an evaluation of I think it was $27 for initial. Then it ran up to $32, and then had a valuation of $1 billion. Then it went to $7 billion. Then that's when you heard the rumors of Ripple trying to buy it. Then it went up to $11 billion, and the initial offer, and the day it came out, it went from $69, ran up to $133. It went to $18 billion valuation. Then it ran up to what was it? I think I want to say, because it came out at $69, ran up to $1.30, ran up to $100. I think it ran up to $181. Now it's back down to 80 cents, but it ran up. It 4x. It 4x when it came out. Yeah. When Circle came out, 100%. And yeah. Yep. Ran up. I own that stock, Circle stock. Yeah. But yeah, man. So that's what it is. So I hope I was able to answer that. But that's what the value of Circle is based on. Anytime you see any USDE, the value is based on how much money they have there. So basically, it's like a bank. It's like, just imagine your value. Your value is how much money you have in the bank. If you got $10 in the bank, guess what? Your Circle's worth $10. You got 10,000 in the bank, then your USDE is worth. That's basically it is. It's pegged, literally pegged to the dollar. So that $185 billion you have, that's pure liquidity. That's pure money. So that's how the value of a stable coin works. It's the actual money that's in the bank. So when they say that Tether is number 3 at $185 billion, because that's $185 billion in there. That's it. Yeah. So that's true money. So when you see a stable coin, that's true money that's in there. All right. I hope I was able to answer that. You know, Julia, I love to answer your questions, man. Julia's been with me from the beginning, man. You know what I'm saying? How is now Tether is secured. Now Tether is backed by the US banking system, but Circle's way more regulated and more secure. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. We say power proof of work. Julia, power proof of work. What really? Why would you need proof of work for Tether? I didn't even know that. Why would you need proof of work for Tether? Really? Really? I learned something new. Why would you need proof of work though? That's the only thing there. Why would you need proof of work for Tether? I gotta look into that. Yeah, why would you need proof of work for Tether? That no. No, I think it's just basically the liquidity that's in there. I think Tether is just the actual money that's in Tether. They're associated with Bitfinex, but yeah, it's just Tether Limited. I think there's actually liquidity that's in there. I don't think they're policed by anyone. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, I don't think they are. Let me see here. I don't think they're. Yeah, whatever they now. Don't get me wrong. They do have an auditing system in there. The auditing system is not as transparent as us, but they do have a live auditing system for USDT. Let me see here. Let's see. Risk pricing USDC. Okay, no non-zero price risk, but generally it stays very close to dollar because it can be redeemed through a limited to liquidity assets in short term. For reference, USDT has stayed within a few dollars. No, the crash. Let's see. See, the thing is that with Tether, there's no. The thing with Tether, right? You don't have that same regulatory that you have with Circle. That's why it makes Circle so different. But like I said, they're they're overseas, so it's a little different. But yeah, they do have an auditing system. But that's a great question. But yeah, they do have an auditing system. Let's see that. I want to see that. Yeah, I know they do have an auditing system, but I know they don't do no proof of stake because you wouldn't need proof of stake. Usually, when you're doing proof of stake is when you're transferring coins. This would just be moving your monies to from one location to another location, selling your coin into Tether. So I don't know if that would be actually a proof of stake on that. But let me see here. That's why people go to USDC because Tether is less regulated. That's the reason why. Because when you're doing with USDC now, you're dealing with US based laws. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little different. Let me see here. Who backs Brock? Who does Brock? Let me see. Circle's backed by the US money. Let me see. Oh, that's a good question. That is a good question. You got me stumped on that one there. Oh, it says it. Well, look at that. It's backed by U.S. Treasury bills. The biggest part of its reserve, short-term U.S. government debit, considered very safe. That's what they're saying. So it's basically backed by the U.S. Treasury. That's what they're saying. There you go. They're backed by the U.S. Treasury. which is crazy. Because then you can secure loans and get corporate bonds, which is why when you buy that, yeah, that's crazy. But Tether is fully liquidity. You know what I'm saying? That's that much I tell you. It's fully liquidity, and I'm pretty sure they're getting audited. They're getting audited daily. Pretty sure daily. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you. Because when you're talking about straight liquidity, that means that their actual money is straight liquidity. And here's the difference between Tether and your bank. Tether can't invest your money. It literally just stays parked. Literally. All right? Literally. Now, Coinbase is based in there. I'm pretty sure Coinbase is doing a little dirty work in there. Coinbase be doing a lot of dirty work. That's why I got hit for 54,000. I guarantee you, because they got to be doing something. Because how you getting them yields? How you giving no type of yields unless you invest in some type of money? I'm pretty sure they got some of it in some Bitcoin or something like that. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so that's a stable coin. And it's backed by it's backed by the US Treasury. That was a great question, Julia. Thank you for that question. And look, oh yeah, listen. Here, oh sorry. Here's the thing. Tether does a monthly, sorry, they do a monthly audits. Sorry about that. I said I figured it would do daily. No, their release is a monthly assertion, but not a fully audit, but does an audit once a month. That causes yearly controversy because some people want more than transparency. They do a monthly audit. Yeah. I thought it was daily, but it's actually a monthly audit of USDC. Yeah. So basically, when they're doing an audit, they want to make sure that that money's there, that they're not just throwing numbers out there, because you have this numbers is globally. That's why me personally, if you're in America and you're here, you want to use USDC. Your bank doesn't even take Tether, so it doesn't make no sense for you to be parking your money into Tether. It doesn't. You're in the United States, put your money. If you're in the United States, put it in USDC. Now, if you're in Canada and you're in UK, then that's different. You're probably going to use Tether. You know what I mean? You're going to use Tether. You're not going to use USDC. But for us, that's here that you want to do that. You want to go ahead and use USDC, because your Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Citi, USDC. All right. Does anybody have any more questions, man? Any more questions I could look up real quick? That was a good question, Drew. Like, let me stump. I love when people leave me stump, because that's a great question. So that, because here's the thing, if I don't know the question, right? Or if I don't know the answer, I could look it up, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to be the only one that's going to ask that, and then I educate myself at the same time, because I really want to learn that. In Europe, we can only use, what can you guys use? You can only use Tether, right? In Europe, the Beat Kitchen. The Beat Kitchen says in Europe we can only use. You didn't finish it. I think you can only use Tether. Is that what you're saying? USDC. Sorry about that. He says in Europe they only could use USDC. Cool. See, I learned something new. I didn't even know that. That's cool. That's very cool. Like I said, USDC, that Circle, they're fully regulated. They actually have an IPO. They actually have stock. They're on the stock market. Fully regulated. The Beat Kitchen says that actually Tether is banned here. Like I told y'all, I wasn't even aware of that. Like I said, USDC, folks. USDC. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That's why I love that we're global. That's why I love the chat is global. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that. Thank you for saying that. I wasn't even aware of that. The Beat Kitchen. So I guess USDT is not being used all over the world. But USDT is like a Binance. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mark Crew. That's dope, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Look at that, man. We got people all around the world, man. Isn't that right? I wasn't even I learned the other day from somebody in that chat that in New York, they're not able to buy all the coins. I learned that new. I was like, what? People are saying that certain coins they can't buy in New York. That's wild to me. Let me tell you, that was very, very wild to me. Matthew Ryan says the best app to use. What I would tell you, I use I use a lot of different apps because certain coins you might see on Coinbase might not be an Uphold. What's on Uphold might not be on crypto.com. So I use multiple apps depending on what I'm trying to buy, because now you're not going to find all the coins everywhere. So I use multiple apps. I wish there was a place where I could buy everything. Probably not, because that's when I got hacked on Coinbase. Thank God they didn't have everything, because guess what? They would have took my SRP too. So now let me take that back. I'm happy. I'm happy they didn't do that. Yeah. That's why I tell y'all, Google Authenticator and get yourself a cold wallet or a hot wallet, please. You know what I'm saying? Dog man, that banking license for Ripple is so huge, man. That's people. Let me tell you, all this news that's dropping, but people cannot sleep on being a one-stop shop. This is, do you think JP Morgan, Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo are moving so fast? And now they're saying, guess what? We're offering crypto to our customers, to our clients, because guess what? Bank of Ripple is coming. Ripple National Bank is coming. They better tighten up. Yeah, think about it. Us, that's been with XRP, that's with Ripple. Who you gonna park your Ripple with? Bank of America or Ripple? Yields, man. Yields. They're talking about us being able to borrow against our XRP. This is what Ripple's talking about. Ripple's talking about letting us borrow against our XRP, or even get yields. Basically get 12, 16. So basically, instead of you having to sell your Ripple, like, you know what I mean? Basically, they sell them out, yo, hold it here, and then we'll give you 12, 14%. Imagine now XRP shoots up to $20, $30. Before I was on like, I'm a sell, right? But if you run me up to that number there, and then you give me 13, 14%, which for me, on that type of money, you're talking about 19 grand a month. Yeah, I don't need to sell nothing. Yeah, 19 grand a month. Yeah, I don't need to sell no XRP. 19 grand a month, I don't need to sell no XRP. Plus what I'm getting for my 401k, plus what I'm getting for the rental, when I rent oh my God. Man, listen, man. Your boy be sitting retired soon, getting 40 a month. Getting 40 a month. I ain't selling nothing. If I can get 40 a month, I don't need to sell nothing. If I can't live off of $40,000 a month, I'm a derelict. Trust me, I ain't want to, like I heard about JB, football player. He was talking about he was blowing $4 million a year. I was like, wait a second, $4 million a year. That's about 350,000 a month. 300. How you blow 300? What 340,000? 300 a month? You gotta be a sicko, man. Now don't get me wrong. I wish I could, but I'm all right with that. I ain't making that now. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's different, but that's what Ripple's talking about when you hear about that one-stop shop, man. Yeah. Yeah, just wanted to get into that, man. It's Dcryptofan, man. We in here late, man. Happy to have y'all this late, man. But we about to get off of here. So tune in Monday, where we're gonna be talking about XRP, man. I can't wait till Monday, man. I can't wait till Monday, man. So we knocked out Bitcoin, we knocked out Ethereum, we knocked out Tether. And then Monday, we hit XRP, man. And I'll see y'all Monday. Good night, Julia. Good night, man. D Hill, thank you, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys calling me coach, calling me professor. Let me tell you, that's super dope, man. That's super dope. You know what I'm saying? I always hear my guys at work calling me boss. Like, I always hear people calling me boss, but they call you boss because they have to. It's nice when you hear people call you like coach and professor. Lets me know that I'm getting better, and you guys are helping me get better at the game. I can't wait to get to these top 20, man. I think this is going to be great. Great for me, too, because I get to revisit every coin, and I'm going to look at coins that I never looked at. There's some coins that I don't look at, that I don't know what the hell they do, where the hell they came from, what they co-founder, who the co-founder is. So now we're going to learn together, man. I think this is great. I love it, man. We're gonna learn this together. We're gonna take this ride together, y'all. We're gonna learn the coins together, man. I think this is super dope, man. Monday, 7:30. 7:30, y'all know. I came in late today because I went literally, guys. I literally went to the doctor, which is my uncle's my doctor. Yeah, it's dope. My hero. My hero. My uncle's my hero. Freaking guy had Benzes my whole life, man. He's like, this is my hero. Yeah, he's my hero, man. He's the idol. He's my idol. I mean, he's my idol, man. My uncle, Doctor. I ain't gonna say his last name, but Doctor. Yeah, that's my guy. Man. That's my guy. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's the good thing about me. I had great role models as far as my uncles and how they move. That's why I believe sky's the limit. Thanks to them. Thanks to them, man. hmm I knew, I knew I was gonna get a Benz. Yeah, my uncle had a Beamer. My uncle had Beamers and Porsches. My other uncle had Porsches and Mercedes. At a young age, you know that when you know how that when you see success at a young age and it's tangible and you could touch them and it's your actual family, my actual father's brother, my mother's brother, you feel like if they can do it, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's empowering, especially for a young black male. Very empowering. I think it's empowering for any male. I don't want to just say black male. It's empowering for any male. You know what I mean? I don't want to just say black male. It's empowering for any male. That's what we built on. What our family members, our fathers, our parents, and that's what we built on. But anyway, I'm not getting on that yet. Outside, start thinking about my father. Next thing you know, start thinking about my mom. Y'all have me crying on this thing, man. No, I'm 7:30 Eastern time. 7:30 Eastern time, man. We on every single night, 5 days a week, and you know what I'm gonna do? Besides that, I'm gonna do an episode on every single coin. I just didn't want to give the jewels away because actually I was trying to save it for when I do become a teacher. Because if I put it up, why does anybody want to hear from me, right? But you know what? We're gonna give the jewels for free. We giving jewels for free, baby. XRP to $3, man. I hope soon. Let me tell you something. When liquidity does come, XRP will be there. Folks, I really don't know when liquidity is coming there. I honestly, I thought it would have been coming right now. But the thing is that I was not expecting all these players to come in. I was not expecting, I'll be honest with you, I was not expecting Vanguard. I was not expecting Bank of America. I was expecting them next year. I was not expecting like what's going on now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not expecting that. That threw me off. That threw me off. That threw me. I didn't think they were gonna come in that soon. So there's something going on because I was not expecting that. That threw me off. Bank of America is saying are actually offering the customers 4% and actually telling them 4%. XRP getting regulated so fast and being so close to becoming a bank. Everything that's going on right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't think that. I thought that was gonna happen next year, July. So it's very scary of why they're rushing everything. It's like, why y'all rushing everything so fast? I'm saying, and the thing is that they like, yeah. See, I love what you just said. The real Lala, too much regulation and manipulation. That's what's scaring me right there. What this gentleman, her or she said, that's what's scaring me. Too much regulation and manipulation. There's they're forcing everything through very fast, meaning that like these SEC giving all these ETFs, usually that takes a lot much longer. All these things that they're doing, usually these are long, rigorous filings, S1 filings, compliance filings. They're moving this very, very fast, man. Very, very fast. It's like they know it's like they know there's something on the process. Thank you. Thank you. Whoa, man. Thank you. That's why I love my chat. Thank you, Kevin Don. Thank you, man. The chat be saving me, man. The process. Thank you. The way they're moving this process very fast is very scary. Because it's like, what's on the other side of there? Like, why y'all moving so fast like that? Why all of a sudden, why did we go from a complete stop to anti-crypto to all of a sudden the floodgates are opening? It doesn't show it in the price, but it shows it in the regulations. It shows it in the compliances. It shows it as far as the filings. It shows it as far as the compliances that they're doing. It shows it as far as all the amendments that are being filed, all the approvals that are being done. That's why it's very, very quick. It's you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy that somebody else noticed that. It's moving very quick, very, very quick, which historically it's never been done. You went from a standstill. You went literally from a standstill to anti-crypto to calling it a Ponzi scheme to calling it like pure. They were saying that drug cartel money. They were saying it was. Let me tell you, the FUD that they were throwing on there, and now for it to just go to this dude is 180, and then they're doing it so quietly. And the prices, and let me tell you, with the type of news that's coming out, this price should not be going down. Let me tell you, with the type of news that's coming out, previously, this type of news would have pushed crypto to $10 trillion. With so much news and so much things going on, I'm confused by the price. I'm very confused by the price because it's so much going on in the back. It's so much. It's so much. There's so much going on behind closed doors. It's crazy. It's overwhelming information. Why all the news outlets aren't coming out with it, I don't know. Why is CNN not talking about this? Why Fox is not talking about this? The only thing I could come up with is manipulation, and they're trying to get ahead before anybody. That's the only reason I'm coming with it. If somebody else has another reason, please tell me. I don't. It's very scary how they're moving this, man. I'm happy somebody else noticed that. I'm so happy that I'm not the only one thinking that, man. Damn, that's good to hear, man. They're trying to keep all the outsiders out, man. I feel so, man. I feel so. Kevin Don says they're trying to keep all the outsiders out. I feel so. I feel like we were the insiders. Honestly, I feel like we were the insiders, and the outsiders, the institutions, got in. This was supposed to be the people's move. This was supposed to be for the people. And institutions, I don't know how they got in. They figured it out, man. And I think when retail jumped too early, man. I think retail, like people like me and you, I think they gave up way too early, man. I think, I think they gave up too early. They shook them out, and then when they come back in, oh my Lord, man. This is the largest shakeout in history. Yes, sir. Damn, brother. Is that one of my homeboys over here playing around? I swear, the real Al. Are you my homeboys over here playing? Because I swear this is like how me and my homeboys talk on the chat in our I have a Dcryptofan chat that me and my homeboys talk about. Me and my best friends, they deep into crypto like me. That's the greatest thing, that actually my best friends in life, in actual life, they're deep into it like I do. Like our conversations are so wild. Like wild. I got one of my best friends since I was 13. He swears Bitcoin is gonna crash. He's so anti-Bitcoin. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? So it's great that me and him, it's always good to have, yin and yang. So, we go at each other. Like our things are explosive. Y'all can see us talk, all three of us, man. Let me tell you, it's explosive. It's explosive. It's wild. Like we have like a different. He's just an XRP maxi. He wants big in his mind. If Bitcoin goes, it's all going to go into XRP. He's one of them people that's hoping for 10,000 XRP. That's all it is. He's hoping for that 10,000 XRP. That's all it is. He's so. I'm like, bro. I said, bro, Bitcoin is too big to fail. Bitcoin is everything, bro. And he's like, okay, watch. I'm like, bro, stop it. I'm trying to tell him there's enough for everybody. When they put 100 trillion, your XRP all right. In his mind, he's still on that stuff. Like there could only be one. He thinks in his mind everything's gonna flow from Bitcoin to XRP. And you can't tell him nothing difference. Let me tell you, you can't tell my best friend nothing, man. He thinks. Let me tell you, man. I had to calm down. I got to calm him down, man. He's like, Let me tell you, if my best friend was in here, y'all be buying XRP like crazy, man. He's crazy. He's my best friend from 13 years old, man. He let me tell you, man, he's an XRP maxi. You heard me? Dcryptofan, they have to move before the Trump end term. Let me tell you. Um, let me tell you, I don't think a Democrat would be brave enough to come mess with it. I think it's already rolling. And then the thing about it is, once these laws come in and you have, like, let's say, like, XRP, they're saying XRP is a commodity, and they already spent 200 million. And the thing about it, even when Biden was in, XRP was already considered deemed not a security. So even under the watch of Democrats, still at that time, now they slowed it down, but we just needed a regulatory clarity. Now that we have regulatory clarity and the rules are in place, and remember, these rules, the Clarity Act, the Anti-CBDC Act, and the Genius Act, they were both, sorry, just so you're aware, they were both pushed by Democrats and Republicans. So that act was actually from both sides of the aisle. So it was bipartisan push. So I wouldn't see a problem in the future, because this was actually written by Democrats and Republicans. And I promise you, Democrats are well invested. Think about it. If you pass in Senate, and here's the thing, crypto doesn't have the same laws as stocks, where if you're in the government in certain positions that you cannot buy stocks, or, because it's inside information, insider trading, you know what I'm saying, on certain positions, you know what I'm saying? So now that does not apply to crypto. Okay, not yet anyway. But so just to let you know, so when you have the Democrats agreeing and then the Republicans both agreed, and they never agree on anything. They never agree on anything, but they agreed that crypto, they put regulatory system in for crypto. So guess what? Together, they said that we're accepting this now. Together, not Trump, not Biden, Democrats and Republicans. And nobody's talking about it. Nobody. It's crazy. Crazy to me. Nobody's talking about it. I think they passed that act. I want to say in August. Was it August? When did they pass that act? I want to say August. I could be wrong. It might have been July. But yeah, just so people are aware, they passed that. And Clarity Act basically is clarity, giving clarity to basically people know exactly what the rules and regulations are. Before, there's no rules for crypto. So now we actually have a set of rules. All right. That's what it is. So that's why you get with the Clarity Act, the Genius Act, Anti-CBDC Act. That's what making stable coins legit. Yeah. So these laws have been passed by Democrats and Republicans. You see, most people don't even know that. So the fear of that fear that things will change when a Democrat comes on. No. Now, then will a narrative change? That I don't know, because we have a narrative. Trump is very pro. He's the first pro crypto president we ever have. So I don't know. How does that change? How does that change when you have J.P. Morgan Chase buying Bitcoin? How does that change when you have Bank of America? And to think about it, most of these presidents, they're homeboys and homegirls work for these big institutions, and they're going to be putting money. Just like Brad put 27 million in Trump's election, I'm pretty sure a Democrat's going to want some money from a Circle, from a Tether, from a from a whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah, Kevin Don, they're all holding. Oh yeah, Republicans and Democrats, they're all holding. How? Let me ask you: if you were on the Senate and you were working on it, and you see these laws getting passed, and you see that, wait a second, Brad Garland House from Ripple, from XRP, is talking to the whole world for 10, 20,000 cryptocurrencies and tokens. All right. If this gentleman's talking and they're having one-on-one conversations, One-on-one conversation. Just imagine you're having one conversation. You're connected to Brad, where you could talk to Brad, and you tell Brad, "Hey, what's up, man? What y'all doing over there? You see you going to $30? Yes, I do. Oh, really? You see you going to 30? I'm buying all that shit. I'm talking to you one-on-one. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell my grandson and granddaughter and cousin and auntie. Anybody will hear me. Everybody in my family. I listen. Let me tell you, the little baby, my little cousin's baby, twin baby that's not 1 year old, buy XRP. Go buy it. Go buy some XRP. I'm telling everybody in the world. I'm telling my aunt, yo get un bagay. Yo get a little XRP. I still. I said bill. I said bill. Let me tell my Jamaican friends, well, what go on? You know XRP, man? Buy some XRP. I'm speaking every language. Everybody I know, I would be telling them to go buy that. Come on, man. For real. So that's insider. That's insider. It's like insider trading. That's one-on-one. Them Democrats and Republicans are buying it. They got information. They're privy to information that me and you do not have. Come on. We read a newspaper. We're reading a newspaper. We're reading Twitter. We're going on Twitter. They got Brad standing right there. They don't have to go Brad's. What freak you talking about? They don't have to go on the Twitter page. Brad's right there. Hey, Brad, what's up, bro? What's going on? Yeah, please. They get that insider information. And you think Brad want to give it to him? First of all, Brad want to be cool with them. Brad Gardenhouse is learning how to play the game. The same game that Vitaly played with Ethereum. That's why Ethereum is number 2. That's why now you're starting to see things move for Ripple. Because Brad started playing the game. Yeah. He started playing that game. Yeah. Let me see. Scooby-Doo says Biden didn't do nothing for crypto and Ripple. Nothing at all. Biden didn't do nothing. Then let me tell you, they ain't a Democrat that did anything for crypto. No, not at all. Nope. You know me, here at Dcryptofan, I keep it 100. And right now, I'm being bipartisan. I'm just telling facts. I'm just saying facts. Biden did not do anything for crypto. No. And to be a fact, I didn't vote for Trump. And he done a lot for crypto more than a Democrat would ever do. 100%. Yep. One thing about me, I'm gonna be fully transparent. I don't subscribe to propaganda. I subscribe to facts. That's what I subscribe to. And right now, once you get into crypto and you get into this, you start caring less and less and less for this side and that side. Because you start learning there's only one side. Because guess what? They're all buying. They are all buying. And they gotta confuse us. They confuse us like this. They confuse us, do this, and they take like this. They do this, and they quietly taking. They look. They make you go like this. Look. While you looking, they taking. They doing this. I can't even do it at the same time. They do this, you watching, they stealing out your wallet. All right? Okay, so believe me, this is not a time, you know what I'm saying? This is not a time to be choosing aisles. This is a time to be choosing intelligence and common sense. All right? Tell you that right now. This ain't the time to be, listen, people, this is not the time to be in that realm. This is the time right now to watch what's going on with your monies. This distraction, don't get caught in that, man. Don't get caught in that. Listen, do not get caught in that. That's a distraction, okay? Get caught in how to take care of your family and for how we're going to retire early. That's what we need to worry about. Those guys are rich. Those guys can retire tomorrow. Every single one of them. They're investing. Trump, the President Trump, he's investing in Bitcoin. He's investing. And literally 3-4 years ago, he was calling it a Ponzi scheme. He got his son. His sons are investing in crypto. Okay? Don't get caught up in that. Please do not get caught up in politics right now. They're buying. Nancy Pelosi's buying. Democrats and Republicans are buying. Don't listen. Don't be that fool. Please don't do that. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. And guess what? They don't even bring it up. They don't. You don't think you don't think it should be huge news. Personally, you don't think it should be huge. Yeah, actually, magicians, they are real magicians. All right, you're 100% facts. You don't think this is huge news that they got along? Why is not news that Democrats and Republicans actually got along and actually agreed on anti-CBC Act, the Clarity Act, and Genius Act? Just the fact that they agreed at a time where nobody talks about it, that's what what made me say I'm done with it. Personally, for me, that's when I said I'm done with it. I'm like, oh, y'all both playing this game. Oh, I said, really? Oh, the fix is in. Y'all both on it. Oh, wait a second, the Democrats ain't saying nothing? The Republicans say, I said, oh, this game here, look at that. Oh, wow. Look how you guys align your pockets up. Very interesting. I was like, it was very interesting and very disappointing. Very disappointing. And what disappointing? I'm disappointing at myself that I watched this freaking game so hard and I was staring at it for hours on freaking election day. I'm like, what's going on? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Man, listen, man. Follow your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, okay? Follow your XRP, follow your Solano, follow what's your best in your best interest for your family, for you. Do that and let everything else fall down. Do what's best for you. Right now, we need to think about ourselves. We're aging, we're getting older. We need to listen, Trump is rich. Biden is rich. Pelosi's rich. We're working. Let's worry about how to stop working first, and then we'll deal with the other stuff after that. In my personal opinion, we're just getting older, bro. We keep watching distractions. We'll be 80 years old, freaking watching distractions. You know what I'm saying? So let's just do that, all right, y'all? It's Dcryptofan. I was supposed to get off 20 minutes ago. I ended up staying on that. I was supposed to get off like 20 minutes ago. And oh, look, before I got on the chat, we were Vintage Black, what's going on, brother? Exactly, well said. Thank you. And anything I'm saying, please, if I said something, I'm not saying anything to be disrespectful, or I'm not trying to say anything to offend anybody. I'm not. I'm really trying to be as transparent as I can. I'm not. This was not to be disrespectful. This not to be. I don't care what part of the aisle you are personally. I really don't care. I really don't. Everybody, I believe in free choice. Whatever. I'm just telling y'all that put yourself first. That's what I'm saying. Bottom line. Put yourself first. We deserve it. We live in our own skin. We live in our own world, and our family depends on us. So take care of yourself first, and I will make this. This is the time that we need to be concerned with our financing and what's going on happen in the next 4 or 5 years. I think we need to buckle down and really figure out what's going to happen in the next 4 or 5 years for our sake and for our kids and our grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy now I gotta say grandchildren. I never used to have that type of talk. When you become a grandparent, you start talking about grandchildren. Grandkid this, grandkid that, grandkid that. It's crazy. I never had that type of talk. And I was like, my grandson. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boy, Q99, you good in my book, Unc. Thank you for sharing the news and the insight. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. I really didn't want to, I didn't come here to offend anybody. I really don't want to offend anybody. And I have a respect for people, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. Bitch is back. See you Monday, man. Late and early, bro. XRP all night. Vintage Black, you already know, brother. You already know how we do, man. I'm going to see you all on Monday, man. We're going to talk about some XRP. And you guys, crypto doesn't sleep. It's not out of the stock market. There's always news going. Every Monday, there's always something happening. For me, it seems like crypto news happens on the weekends. It moves on the weekends. The money moves on the weekends. It's like it's something different on the weekends with crypto. Like especially you guys notice, it's always something going on 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, Eastern time for me. Like 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. It's always something going on. The market is moving. Things are moving. It's crazy, man. But I love this space. One good thing about this space, we're always gonna have content. We're always gonna have some content. All right, y'all. Have a good night, man. Enjoy y'all weekend. Be safe. Don't drink too much. Take it easy, man. Want to see y'all Monday. Please be safe. Mañana. Chinese. Scooby-Doo says Chinese time. Oh, I'm in South Florida, man. I'm in Florida. I'm in Florida. Don't let the LA hat fool you. I love hats. You'll see me wear all type of hats and everything else like that, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. See y'all Monday. Please be safe. Take care of the family. Mañana. Well, not mañana, Monday, you know. Later, y'all. Have a great night. Good weekend. Good weekend, everybody. See y'all Monday, all right? Be safe.